welcome to the merchandise bar. Yeah. The building that's so big it's got its own zip code, along with my partner in crime here, the one and only, the insurance policy, Tony Scarpone. I am Frankie Rodriguez. Tony, welcome to the show. Ow!
I see you got a big old studio now.
Yeah, man. We're moving up in the world. We're moving up in the world. Do you see that?
I know. I see it.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm here.
You are in the merchandise mart.
Go 300.
Don't hit me again, please. You got me flinching. So, anyways, you've got a big show coming up. Well, you know what? I'm going to let you tell people about it. You are the owner of Pro Wrestling Blitz. Go tell people where they can find it, where it's going to be, who you bring it in. Come on, the show is yours.
Well, would you shut up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I like talking, so go.
Next show is December 2nd.
When?
What?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep. I'm over there.
Oh,
thanks.
Yeah.
December 2nd in Joliet. That's Joliet. Joliet, Illinois. Thank you. And we got Chavo Guerrero and Al Snow on that show. Tickets are just $20. Go to ProWrestlingBlitz.com. That's ProWrestlingBlitz.com. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
And
surprised you didn't say, look, down there. We can do that, you know.
Down where?
Down there.
And our next show after that will be December 4th with Chavo and Carlito. Remember that guy that had an apple and spit it in people's faces?
Yeah, but only the people that weren't cool.
So that would be you.
No, I'm cool because you get to chop me.
Whether you like it or not, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't really like it. But okay, so you bring in Chavo Guerrero from the famous Guerrero wrestling family. You know, I don't know about you, but I absolutely adored Eddie Guerrero. I think he's one of the top wrestlers of all time. Your thoughts on Eddie?
Absolutely. I mean, Eddie's in a class of his own.
Mm-hmm.
The lie, cheat, steal, it was amazing. I mean, it was a great thing. It was. And to have lost him so soon, I mean, that was just a huge loss in this industry.
Now, Chavo's not bad in his own right. I mean, he's one hell of a worker himself. He could get in the ring and have a match with a broomstick, unlike you.
Well, I had a match with you once.
You did, yeah. You concussed me. That wasn't cool.
Frankie wanted to be a wrestler. I beat the shit out of him.
That's not what the hell happened. Trust me.
He couldn't walk straight for 3 days because I clotheslined him so hard.
He concussed me. I decided I was going to be Stone Cold Frankie Rodriguez, dressed up like Stone Cold Steve Austin, had the shorts, the boots, the shaved my head, and God, I even shaved the chest. Don't suggest it. And the winner of this battle royal got the challenge anybody who had a title. So I was like, this is wrestling. I'm okay. So I decided to challenge this guy here, and he came out and instead of taking it easy on a guy who's not a wrestler, he beat the living hell out of me and concussed me.
So, Frankie's long story, I just quick noted that he wanted to be a pro wrestler and I beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. I think we were talking about Chavo Guerrero. Why should people come see Chavo Guerrero and Al Snow and Joliet?
I'll tell you right now, the reason they should come see Chavo Guerrero and Al Snow is because they're dollar beers.
$1 beer?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. There's wrestling too, but there's dollar beers.
So wait. You got 3 hours of wrestling, right? Mm-hmm. Check.
Yeah, check.
You're going to have former WWE stars Al Snow and Chavo Guerrero. Check. And then $1 beer?
Triple check.
And it's only $20 to get in?
$20.
Okay. Again, tell everyone where they could go find us.
ProWrestlingBlitz.com. Check out all the details. We got a brand new website. It's pretty badass. I spent a lot of money on it. Really?
December 4th, you're going to be at some huge stadium.
Dude, it is huge, man.
Tell us about it. Where the hell are you going to be?
It's going to be at Cicero Stadium in 1909 South Laramie in Cicero, Illinois.
Illinois? Is that like Soldiers Field?
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't exist.
Like Des Moines.
Des Moines?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Des Plaines River? Right. Oh, wait, that is what it's called.
Oh, man. Why am I here?
Who's going to be there December 4th?
We got Carlito and Chavo Guerrero, along with the men made by Machine, Tony Rican, Gringo Loco, myself, Tony Scarpone, Ryan Slade, Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, I think Donald Duck is going to be there.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Whole slew of people.
How much are the tickets for Sunday?
Same thing. I'm never changing my ticket price.
Really?
Never. These are ticket prices from now until God takes his earth away from us.
No, I got to ask you this because it's the stadium. And, you know, stadiums usually jack you up on beer prices and stuff. Cicero Stadium, going to be $1 beers?
It'll be close to that. It'll probably be about a $2 beer.
still can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
Anyway.
In a stadium.
But you have a very strong opinion about individuals and companies here in the Chicagoland area. And you know what? Since you're my first guest, you know, in the wrestling business, I want to ask you, how cutthroat is the wrestling business?
Oh, it's very cutthroat. I think it's one of the most cutthroat businesses there is. I've owned T-shirt companies, construction companies. I mean, this is by far. I mean, the next guy wants your job. I mean, there's no friends. There's no, you know. I think in the 13 years, I can honestly say I have one friend from this business with a lot of acquaintances. It's a huge cutthroat business, but it's been fun. I mean, that's the double-edged sword of it. I mean, it's a cutthroat shit business sometimes. But then on the other hand, I wouldn't trade it for the world. So
the politics that happen in the back is just sickening. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's...
And I'm a diehard wrestling fan. I really love it. And you know what? You had to be here one time too. Because you know, you bought your own company. You became a pro wrestler.
I mean, I still am a diehard fan. I mean, I don't like the shit that's on TV now, but I think independence in general is the way to go. If all these independents wouldn't, you know, or would put their attitudes and egos to the side and stop being such pussies, I think, you know, independent wrestling as a whole, I think would be a lot better. But trying to work with these guys and who's going to get this and who's going to get that and my guy's this and my guy's that, it's pretty funny because I am working with one company and we're gonna show everybody how it's done. So, hey, Resistance Pro, I'm glad we're partnered up.
Indie wrestling in Chicago, there's a bunch of companies that you've worked for, a bunch of companies you've owned. And I want to get into, because it's a different type of show, and I know we're laughing and having fun here, but what people have done behind the scenes, to a lot of people, but since you're here, we're going to talk about you. I want you to tell everyone how, in your opinion, how shitty and shady AAW with Danny Daniels really is. And
I mean, for the people out there who don't know, Danny Daniels stands about this tall.
Not a milk crate?
He's a little Greek guy. Love him to death. Not really. He came on board with AAW, which I started in Berwyn many, many years ago. Came on board, and little did I know he was finagling his way to take it over. Met up with him and a gentleman by the name of Jim Jesus, who could rot in hell for all I care.
Formerly Mad Cow's Money Madhouse.
And
the young guy
decided to partner up and told me to either sell my business or they were going to put me out of business. At the time, I decided that would be best because I really didn't give a shit about it anymore. I was doing other things, and I took off. But little does everybody know, and maybe people who are watching this will now understand, that not only did I help Danny Daniels out by giving him my business that was already established, but I helped him out in his personal life. Remember those days, Danny? I hope you're watching.
I didn't think you were going to get wound up that way.
I mean,
yeah, I did. That's why I asked you. You're Tony Scarpone. I know you pretty damn well.
Honesty, you know, everybody says, well, Tony Scarpone, why are you so mad at Danny? Why are you so pissed at Danny? Because nobody knows the real story. Nobody knows the truth. Nobody knows the behind-the-scenes shit.
Well, that's why.
Listen to this, dude. Listen to this story. I broke my leg at his show, and that son of a bitch drove past the hospital I was laying in with a broken leg. Broke my tibia, my fibula, and my ankle all in one shot. Drove past it to go to the after party. Never called to see how I was. Never called to see if they were doing surgery. Never called to do shit. And on top of it all, I took that prick on a side job, sanding doors down in Chicago, right by Wrigleyville, and gave that prick the whole check, the whole $700 that we got paid for that job. I gave it to him, even though I just broke my leg on his show. So Danny Daniels, you want to throw stones at glass houses, brother? We could bring it all day.
You know, there is some levity to what you were just talking about. You know, a good friend of yours, Jerry Lynn, he called you when you broke your leg. And what was his advice to you?
Don't leave my feet.
Don't leave your feet. Why?
Because I'm fat.
He didn't say because you're fat. He said slow and methodical, didn't he?
That's exactly what he said. Yeah. You know what was even more ironic? That when Danny Daniels drove past that hospital I was in, my friend Egotistico Fantastico, who's Robert, actually called me from Florida. I don't know how he found out while I was on my way to the hospital, but Danny couldn't stop and drive past. Or stop when he drove past.
That's brutal. That's brutal. Hey, you know what? And then there's another company
you take too long. Anarchy Pro. You sons of a bitches.
Well, you said you got a problem with the company, so I tried to give you a forum and time to talk. Talk. Anarchy Pro. Go.
I hate you.
Don't chop me.
Hey. I hate Anarchy Pro. You know what? Let's not even give them the joy of saying anything, because as I heard it just the other day, they're not even doing shows for like the next 6 months. You know he's got a school?
He does.
Yeah, Santana Starks is training people. Anybody who's watching this, do not go.
Opinions of one insurance policy, Tony Scarpone. Tony, I want to thank you for coming, man.
There's a helicopter in there.
There is a helicopter.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Well, it's your ride, isn't it?
I think so. It's on the roof.
Well, again, thanks for coming in. You're welcome back anytime. Please don't beat me up anymore. I am Frankie Rodriguez, here riding the pine for the Merchandise Mart. Oh, God.